Hi guys, welcome to another MTM video. Today we have a 2008 Ford Focus and the customer can't get into his boot. So we're going to take a little look. Okay, so first things first is always try the boot just to make sure that you can reproduce the fault that the customer's presenting to you. But what I like to do, especially before checking fuses and everything like that, is just to try and listen to see if I can hear the lock actuating. So I'm not sure if you can hear. So when we try to open the boot, we can hear the latch actuating. So this tells me that there is power going to that latch on the button. So what we've got to try and do now is open the boot from the inside. So all you'll have to do is lower the rear seats so you can have access to the customer's boot area. And you can see there's a lot of plastic paneling and with plastic pull tabs. What we'll have to do is remove those tabs, and there should be 2 bolts securing the bottom latch. And if we undo that, the latch should be free enough for us to open the boot. Okay, so that's free. Once you've removed all the tabs and the 2 securing bolts for the latch, the bottom panel will want to go up with the door. So what you'll have to do is help guide it. So you'll have to grab it at the bottom end and push on the top of the tailgate just to try and get it to release. Just managed to get it past the seal. And I'm out of the boot. The benefit that now having the boot open gives us is now that we have access to this back paneling, whereas when it was closed, you're restricted by all this other paneling that's in the boot area. So we wouldn't have been able to remove it properly. So at least this way now we can remove that and we'll have access to the wiring. So with the paneling off, we can see the securing bolts holding the lock in place, and the multi-plug, which gives it the signal to unlock. Earlier when we pushed the button, we could hear the lock actuating, so we know it's being sent the signal to open. So nice and easy way to do it. If you already have the replacement part available, you can plug it in. Before you put it all back together, you can latch it with a screwdriver. Just make sure it's latched all the way to simulate it being closed. And then, yeah, just try it with a button and job's a good one. Now that we know that the new lock is fine, we now need to get the latch off of the old lock. So what I've done is I've had to open up the inner section. So you can see now you'll have to get quite liberal with snips and a screwdriver, more or less break it apart. I've spoken to Ford, who have told me that there isn't a emergency release on this type of lock. So, but taking out the insides allows the mechanism to free up, so it means that the lock can actually release and you'll be able to get the latch out. So now we'll just fit it to the car. before we actually close the boot lid, just in case we are in the same situation as before, it's a good idea to test it again. So we latch it, make sure it locks and unlocks, and then we're able to open it. Okay, so with the new lock fitted, we're about to actually close the tailgate. The only thing we haven't put back in place now is the back panelling of the tailgate door itself. That's just because if we do run into any issues, at least that way it's already off the car, so it's not in our way again. So let's give it a close. Yeah, shuts nice. Lovely job. One thing to note is that if you do have a little bit of a hard close, sometimes there is some adjustment in the latch that you can do, so you can loosen it off and move it to the best place. But other than that, we'll just put the panel back on and it's ready for the customer to come and get. And that's today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll have new videos for you next week. Cheers.